The superiority of Tauhid, or the oneness of God, and its power to erase sins, is emphasized throughout the Quran and the sayings of the Prophet. Allah, the Most Exalted, said, "It is those who believe in the oneness of God and do not mix their belief with wrongdoing, such as worshipping others besides Him. Those are the ones who will have true security, and they are rightly guided." Ubadah bin As-Samit narrated that the Messenger of Allah said, "Whoever testifies that there is no God except Allah alone, without partner or peer, and that Muhammad is his servant and messenger, and that Jesus is the servant of Allah, his messenger, his word which he bestowed upon Mary, and a spirit created from him, and that paradise and hellfire are real, Allah will admit him into paradise, no matter what his deeds may be." The Prophet also said, "Truly, Allah has forbidden the hellfire for the one who testifies that there is no God except Allah, seeking only his pleasure." Abu Sa'id al-Khudri narrated that the messenger said, "Moses once asked, 'O my Lord, teach me something I can use to remember and call upon you.' Allah answered, 'Say, there is no God but Allah.' Moses replied, 'O Lord, all of your servants say this.' Allah said, 'O Moses, if the 7 heavens and everything in them, apart from me, and the 7 earths as well, were placed on one side of a scale, and the phrase, 'There is no God but Allah,' on the other, that phrase would outweigh all of them." This statement, "apart from me," should not be misunderstood to suggest that God exists within creation. Rather, he has described himself in the Quran as the Most High, the transcendent above all. In another narration, Anas reported that the Messenger of Allah said, "Allah, the Most Exalted, said, 'O son of Adam, if you were to come to me with an earth full of sins, and meet me without associating anything with me, I would come to you with an equal amount of forgiveness.'" Chapter 3. Whoever purifies Tawheed, from shirk, etc., will enter paradise without giving an account. Allah the Most Exalted said, "Verily Abraham was indeed a model, devoutly obedient to Allah, unswervingly true in faith, and he was not of those who ascribed partners to Allah." And he further said, "And those who ascribe not anyone in worship as partners with their Lord." Hussein bin Abdul-Rahman narrated, "Once, when I was with Sa'id bin Jubair, he asked, 'Who among you did see the shooting star last night?' I answered, 'I had seen it,' and then explained that I was not at the prayer at the time because I had been stung by a poisonous scorpion. He said, 'What did you then do?' I replied, 'I used ruqya to cure it.' He said, 'What compelled you to do that?' I said, 'A hadith I heard from Ash-Shabi.' He asked, 'Which hadith did Shabi narrate?' I replied, 'He reported from Buraidah bin al-Husayb, who said that ruqya is not allowed except for the treatment of evil eye, aynin, poisonous sting.' He, Sa'id bin Jubair, said, 'He has done well by stopping on what he has heard, i.e., to act according to the knowledge as opposed to ignorance.' However, Ibn Abbas narrated to us that the Prophet said, 'All the nations were made to pass before me, and I saw a prophet with a small group with him, and a prophet with 2 or 3 people, and a prophet with none. Then there appeared a large group of people which I took to be my nation, Ummah. But I was told that those were of Musa and his people. Later a larger group appeared, and I was told that those were my people. Among them were 70,000 who would enter paradise without reckoning or punishment.' The Prophet then got up and went to his house. The people began discussing who they might be. Some said, 'Perhaps they are the companions of the Messenger of Allah.' Others said, 'Maybe they belong to those who were born in Islam, and therefore had never ascribed anyone partner with Allah.' And while they were exchanging their views like this, the Prophet came out and was informed about the news. He said, 'Those people are the ones who do not treat themselves with ruqya, nor do they believe in bad or good omens, from birds, etc., nor do they get themselves branded, cauterized, but they put their trust only in their Lord.' On that, Ukasha bin Misan got up and said to the Prophet, Invoke Allah to make me one of them. He said, You are one of them. Then another man got up and said, Invoke Allah to make me one of them. He said, Ukasha has preceded you. Important issues of the chapter. 1. In Tawhid, people are classified into various ranks. 2. What is the meaning of purification of Tawhid? 3. Ibrahim was praised by Allah, for he was not of the polytheists. 4. Allah praised all those awliya, for they did not make anyone with him as the partner, did not practice polytheism. 5. Keeping away from cauterization and ruqya is the fullest purification of Tawhid. 6. Possessing these characteristics, traits, is tawakkul, trust in Allah alone. 7. The deep knowledge of the companions of Prophet Muhammad, who knew that such degree of trust, tawakkul in Allah, could not be attained without action. 8. This shows how earnest the companions were in doing good deeds. 9. The superiority of the followers of Muhammad, quantitatively as well as qualitatively. 10. The superiority of the Ummah, followers, of Musa. 11. All the Ummah, nations, will be paraded before Prophet Muhammad. 12. Every Ummah nation will be accompanied by its respective prophet. 13. Generally, few people respond to the call of prophets. 14. The prophets, whom nobody responded to, will come alone before Allah. 15. The substance of these facts is that man should not worry about numbers, neither must he feel proud about huge numbers, nor be disheartened by small numbers. 16. The permission of using ruqya to treat effects of evil eye and poisonous sting. 17. By the hadith, he has done well by stopping on what he has heard. The depth of knowledge of the predecessors is known, and it is also known that the first hadith does not contradict the second. 18. The avoidance of the predecessors of praising anyone undeservedly. 19. The Prophet's statement, You are one of them, is a sign of prophethood. 20. The excellence of Ukasha. 21. Using Ma'rid, to mention something casually among other things or a description open to various interpretations. 22. The excellent manners of Prophet Muhammad.